Hello, Serge here for the Backyard Driving Range. All right, today I want to talk about weight transfer and the feelings you should be having in terms of your feet and what's happening when you're shifting your weight. And why am I bringing this up? Because it's something that I've been having problems with, and I figured that if I'm having problems with it, I know a lot of other folks are having problems with it, and it's probably it's imperative that if that's going in correctly, you're not going to have good balance. And we know that good balance has to be from takeaway all the way to impact, up to the finish, recoil and relax. Okay? So, how is the weight supposed to shift? Well, let's start off, where's it supposed to be at address? If you look at your foot here, real easy, you got the ball of your foot, which in terms of these shoes, when you got these saddle type shoes, the ball of your foot is right about where the end of your shoelaces are. Okay? And where that burgundy saddle is right there. Your arches are right in the middle over here where you got the saddle part of the shoe down in here. And then at your ankles, it's obvious where your ankles are. They're like here in the front part of the heel. Okay? So we want the weight in the arches right there. That's the athletically ready, dynamically balanced position. All right? Like the tennis player waiting for the serve, the baseball player in the field, the linebacker standing there ready, looking at the wide receiver that they don't know where the ball's going, where the runner's going to run. All right, so they're in this way because now you can move in all directions. The key is once that weight is in your, so to speak, your arches, it must basically be in your arches the whole swing. And what do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to pull my slacks up a little bit. You can see my socks. I got dark socks on here, and so even with the flared feet that we want to help us have a better, wider knees, outward pressure, when I rotate back in, I like to think that the knees, they rotate in a little bit. Both knees go in together. As you can see, they both turn. It's not a case of one doing this way and doing that way. They're going to stay relatively level because they're going to both turn to level. This club, as you can see, is working together both ways. You don't ever see it going against each other like pistons, okay? So what we want is the weight should, whatever weight we do have, so to speak, turning and shifting, it's rotating around the ankles. All right, because that's where the weight is, basically straight down into the ground. All right, as we know, we got to stay grounded. We got to maintain our balance here. So you're going to see that both knees, as I turn properly, this leg is coming in a little bit this way as my weight rolls a little bit to the inside, but I don't ever pick my heel off the ground, and it's rotating and staying around this ankle with the knee staying flexed and pivoting, rotating around this angle, so to speak. All right, so I rotate this way. Then once I start swinging, it's going to now rotate. They're going to rotate exactly the other way around the ankle. All right? And so I'm rotating around the ankles. What I want to discuss here is you have to make sure you learn to do that. And by having good posture with the hips out in that athletically ready position and maintaining it, the weight will stay there. But if you start moving your knees too much, picking up your foot or whatever, turning too much, and you start losing your knee angles, what's going to happen? That weight is going to start going too far, say to speak, in the backswing. If it starts rolling past the center of the foot to the outside of the foot, and this one starts rolling too far inside the foot, and your legs in this angle in here from your knee to your ankle gets changing too much, and this leg starts to straighten up, your weight's now starting to move forward a little bit. It's gone from the arches, and it's moving out towards the ball of the foot. And if it starts moving to the ball, you're very susceptible to falling down, okay? And so, or vice versa, if you turn too much and this leg came in too much and this one straightened up too much and the leg this straightens up, and that's one of the biggest things I see in lessons is, and that's a classic case of that, is you turn your hips too much, it's going to pull that leg straight, right? As long as this leg's attached to this hip and the back hip turns too much, it can straighten the hip out, and that's pushing you forward. And now if that happens, this leg straightens, that one's going to force this one down more. So where's my weight right now? It's all the way here in the bottom, into the front of the ball of my foot, getting too close to the toes. So I am not in my arches. I am not rotating my ankles around my arches. All right? And so I've gone into this. And that's what started hurting me. I started losing my posture, and my weight was starting to go forward. And if it goes forward and either because the knees are bending too much or you just lose this posture. That was what I was doing. I was getting here as I started to the ball, I was doing a little bit of that. And that's not good because that's going to bring you into hitting a lot of thin shots, blades, and could even get you the ultimate ugly hosel rocket. All right? So the big theory, the swing thought that I'm always working is I want to feel more grounded to the ground, especially that it's staying right in here. I want to feel some pressure on the front of the heel pad, and I want to feel more pressure in my arches over here, and I'm really staying more stable in my stance, and almost for me now, I hope this isn't going to make things crazy, but I want to feel like in that stability, I'm almost maybe more flat-footed in the center of my foot. All right, but I have to make sure that I'm staying more stable and I'm flat-footed, but I'm in a position where I can swing and get to the finish. So I just want to make sure I'm not going to start feeling light-heeled and too much pressure in my balls of my foot towards the balls, or too much in my heels and I'm feeling light-footed in the balls. I want to feel whatever I'm in here, whatever that pressure is, I'm maintaining it and I'm keeping it there from all the way to take away to impact for certain. And then once I've hit it, bam, in that instant, I can pop tart, stand up to that T finish. So I'm really focusing on maintaining that pressure right here in my arches, and especially in the front part of my heel, that I maintain that stable and I don't feel my weight starting to wobble, so to speak, forward or backwards. Wherever it is at that start, it will be there from takeaway to impact. So I'm getting here and I'm keeping that right down through my ankles to the ground. It's staying solid, stable, grounded until I hit it. So hopefully this gives you another thought about what stability is and maintaining your balance and keeping centered in terms of your weight distribution. That's one of the biggest keys to having good balance throughout the swing, especially to impact, so you can hit that ball and pop tart AFAP. That's it for the Surge for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.